Okay, we got some callers. Grace. Do we have Grace?
Good afternoon, Lady Evans. Good afternoon.
How are you, Grace? Please give me your comment. What do you think?
Can you give me a quick summary? Because I think I lost where we actually was with the discussion. I'm talking about the male species and his behavior within a relationship.
And we're talking about and I had this conversation with my daughter, that, maybe you need to stop looking for the elusive unicorn, the black man that's educated, that's sexually endowed, that has a good job, and that wants to be committed to one woman. You may have to venture into other races to consider that, because traditionally black men have, many black men, not all, but many black men have a belief that the more women that they're sexually intimate with, the more successful that they are. They need more than one woman to be happy. What do you think about that? Okay. Dating outside your race, as well as being in a committed relationship. What do you say?
Well, dating outside of my race, at this particular point in my life, is an absolutely no. Have I done it when I was younger? Yes, I did explore. But as I got older, I realized that the black man is truly the truth. He is the walking mate for me. But I'm going to go really, really quickly here with my father and my grandfather. They were, well, my father was a very promiscuous man, we'll say that. First wife, 7 kids. Second wife, 6 kids. My mom was his third wife, 1 child. Okay, and he had a girlfriend. So my father was that guy. And I used to sit back when I was younger and just watch women throw themselves at him, because well, he looked, how successful he was, and what he wore. So he was very, very out there when it came to his clothing. He wanted to be seen. He was a flash guy. And women just threw themselves at him. So I understood where women were coming from at a very early age, and me being young. Just why are they doing that? And I'm watching it. And he knows I'm around. And then do I go back and report to my mother? Absolutely. But she already knew, what was going on.
But let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. And what was her response?
Her response was, she's known his behavior for a long time. Was he, I want to say, well, I'm going to say yes. Absolutely. But she had to dismiss him. My mom left him because of his foolish ways. She wasn't accepting it. And once she, I think maybe 3 times that the conversation came up with me being young and realizing what was really going on. I think the 3rd time that she found out, but she always said later on, I knew, but I just needed to catch him in it in order to release myself.
Grace, how many women do you know that they know that they're cheating, they know that they got multiple women, but they stay?
I have a few girlfriends have done it and still there. But they're doing the same thing. And I guess their relationship is more convenient, and a couple of children in the relationship, instead of just really that I love him and I need to marry him. And, I have 2 girlfriends because of this ideal wedding and all of that blah, 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 blah. Superficial stuff. But I have a couple of girlfriends that are still in it, but they're changed too. So, and they claim they're doing it for the kids. I said, no, you're not doing it for the kids. You're hurting the kids, because the kids literally know. When you guys bicker back and forth, you talk like I know, and you talk like you know, it's sad. So I have a couple of girlfriends. Do I have friends also too that have been in it, and the first time they got an inkling of him in his behavior, they left. It was over. One married friend, that she did that, but the other ones were not in a marriage, they were in a relationship. It's the standard of the woman and what she's going to tolerate. And I say this, there's somebody for everybody, but you have to not reach higher than what you're giving to a relationship. Because when it comes down to it, they know in a sense that you're reaching and they're going to take you aboard because of whatever particular reason that you look good or your body is tight and nice or you have a nice job. Quit reaching. You know, find somebody compatible with you in a sense that you can bring something to the table and they can bring something to the table. That reaching thing, it has a tendency to play out a little bit later on, and so I can use that against you. You know, you have to be compatible in pretty much from every sense. But I'm going to say this, and a woman has to know a little bit 3 moves ahead of the man because he is going to change and she needs to be ready for his change. If you grab somebody in his 20s, late 20s or early 30s, they're going to transition to something else when you hit the 40s and mid 40s. We have to be a little bit smarter than them, which scientifically we are, but we have to have moves better than them because they will change on us. And then the man would say, the woman will change also too. Yes, that is correct. You're absolutely right, men. And it will change too. But choose the woman that is pretty much so in a state of knowing who she is.
Grace? Do we lose her?
During the dating period. Go ahead.
No, we almost lost you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That journey is beautiful. When you find a mate that literally knows who they are, not trying to find themselves at 40, not really trying to find themselves at 35. You know, my standards are a little bit different. I need for him to come to me at least equal mentally. The financial aspect, that will come because I'm going to push him and I see the potential in him. But he doesn't necessarily have to make the same type of money I make. I don't mind, I'm not going to get carrying, but I don't mind assisting in his success. And just as well, I expect someone to have that same mindset with me. And we can build something together, but that value has to be there in that individual. And that value looks like different things for certain people. But stay away from the superficial because he's tall, big hands, big feet, and got nice eyes and a good grade of hair, and he's driving this vehicle. But you fail to realize his mother is mentally ill, and his father has issues. He wears the DNA. That's in him. So you need to find out if he is truly compatible with you. Do your research, do your due diligence, and quit the superficial. And that's kind of where I'm at in that particular relationship part of it. Personally, I don't think that I want to settle down with one man in my 40s. I don't. I need 3. Yes, I said it. I need 3.
Oh, you need 3 men. Girl, tell us.
Correct.
Why you say 3?
Yes, I need 3.
Why 3?
Like I said, because of who I am. And I know my nurturing. I am not finding one man, and it's not so far out there that I'm trying to grasp for either. They're not measuring up, and I choose not to downplay on my needs.
Okay.
3 men to equal 1 man for me.
Well, let me ask you, what is it that you feel that 1 man is insufficient?
Well, a lot of them are not mechanically inclined that I need. I need a screw on a cabinet. I need for him to change the water heater in our home if it's need be, not call out for somebody to do that. Okay, I need him to put the ceiling fan if I want to change the ceiling fan. I need that. I absolutely need that because I'm a little self-sufficient. I like to save money. I don't need to outsource something that I know a man could do.
Okay, so you need the handyman. Right, you need the handyman. And what are the other 2 men? What's the other 2 men?
The other 2, well, sexually, he has to be savage. And honestly, yes, I said it. He has to be unique in that particular sense, because that matters to me. That's in my top 3. It really is. So sexually compatible, he has to be. And then I need for him to be physically fit, in shape, and mentally sound. I don't need a crazy that looks good and it has all the stuff that I need to be crazy. I don't need that.
Okay.
I'm not going to play with that because I don't get to be stalked when I'm going out to the grocery store or around his male friends or around just males in general. I don't need that thing of being jealous and possessive. I don't need that. that needs to go away.
So let me ask this to you. Let me ask this to you.
I chose you. You don't have to choose me.
Okay, Grace. So let me ask you a question. Do you tell the man when you're dating up front, hey, I'm not no one woman man? You know what I'm saying? I gotta have. Do you tell them? Do you know so that they don't get their hope? Go ahead.
I tell them up front. Yes, I do. And I'd be surprised how many will go along with my program. And he's not a weak man. He just knows what you want. And he may not need me, but you want me, but he's going to have to go along with my program.
Hannah from Hannah Huntington says on the one of the listeners, handyman, banker, and a mechanic for me. I will be happy. So, okay, so you got the handyman, you got the sex machine, and what's the third one?
It needs to be, in a particular sense, a family orientated. He needs to be aggressive in pursuing his dream and actually utilizing his talent. That's important to me. He needs to be able to stand with me, and we need to be able to be a team to change the world together. I'm into advocacy. He needs to care about people. He needs to work on leaving a legacy together. He needs to be in that particular sense. And I am going to throw, he doesn't necessarily need to be religious, but he needs to be spiritually sound.
Right. And so basically you need a man who is willing to give you, who is mentally compatible with you and emotionally compatible with you and stable, as well as the handyman and then the other. Listen, thank you so much. You know what I love about Grace? Your transparency. I love the fact that you motivate other women to be able to say, listen, don't just live this omnibus one-sided life, but listen, life is lived to be enjoyed and being honest. Look, we'll be back. I've got callers on the line, all women. I can't wait to hear what they say. We'll be back.